Hi guys, I am doing a makeover in my kitchen today. I really have been wanting to get to this space just because when I first moved into this house, I did focus on the other rooms really before the kitchen, and so kind of throughout the year that I've been living here, I've been throwing up some decor here and there, and the problem for me doing that is I tend to lose like the final vision. And so I really had to kind of go back to what works for me, which is I get a journal, I actually draw a layout of the kitchen, and I start to visually design how I want the space to look, and then off of that design, I write down, decor that I think would work. I definitely draw from inspiration pictures from like Instagram and Pinterest and things like that to kind of help me figure it out, because decorating just doesn't come that naturally to me. I definitely feel like I've been getting a little bit better at it here and there. I'm definitely knowing like what I like and what I don't like, and that was even a problem for me years ago. Like I couldn't even figure out what the heck to do. So I'm definitely like growing when it comes to decorating, but I had to just like hunker down and figure this space out, because after living with the decor for about a year, I just knew it wasn't working out for me. So that's what we're gonna do, and even then I'm gonna talk about this a little bit at the end of the video, and don't forget the before and afters are gonna be in this video as well, so stay tuned for those so that you can actually see kind of how dramatic I think that this space turned out. I think it's just a crazy before and after, to be honest. So also you can see that this is a little bit of cleaning. I figured while I was here and while I was decorating, it would be a great time to do some cleaning. I had dishes and stuff to do, countertops to wipe down, and you'll even see me tackle the grout in the kitchen nook area. So I do bounce around a little bit in this first part. There are 3 parts to this video, and this first part is the cleaning and decorating, and so that's what I'm doing. One of the things for me is that I really only had 2 appliances on the countertop, which are my coffee maker and my toaster. And so you'll see that I end up relocating to the toaster just to the other side. And then the coffee pot is actually gonna be moved into the butler's pantry, which is gonna be the next space that you guys will see me decorate. So then I moved on to the kitchen nook. Again, this is just part of me bouncing around trying to figure things out. But honestly, the kitchen nook area was what sparked me to just say, no, I'm done with this whole thing. I want to redo this space. And so that's exactly what I'm doing. You can see I'm taking things off the wall. I'm moving the kitchen, or the chairs. Also, the chairs were really wobbly. So off camera, I had to tighten them up, but I also took the time to fix the chairs as well. And here I am, vacuuming. So gonna get all of the dirt and pet hair off of the ground, and then here is the shot of the tile. So you can tell where the grout's dirty because it's black, and I'm using this Zep cleaner. Got this recommendation from the queen herself, Vanessa. I was using a steamer to do it, which I didn't have to use any sort of cleaner. It was just like hot pure steam that cleaned my grout, but that process took too long. And this Zep, all you do is like what you see me here, and then you take a little brush and that's it, and you wipe it down, and then I mop over it, and it works like a charm. I mean, I've never seen my grout so clean in my life. So that's basically what I'm doing, because I'm about to lay down a rug, and even though the rug is going to cover those areas, I would know, that the grout wasn't clean. So I was like, you know what, I'm here, like let me just do this thing. And it was actually pretty easy. It took about 10 minutes to do like this big section. And before it would take me kind of hours. So there's that. And then you can see here I'm going to start mopping and with my steam mop. And also, I just want to say be careful with the Zep, because I've had like, if you're doing a brush technique like me, I've had it like pop in my eye, and that stuff burns and hurts really bad. So be careful when you're using that. And also I would recommend gloves. I wasn't wearing gloves, and I would highly recommend that as well. Okay, so then I'm just kind of steam mopping, and I was really growing impatient because I wanted to take like the best before and after of my grout for you guys, but like I really was wanting to like keep moving. So while the floor was still drying, I went ahead and started tackling the pie safe. This is one of like the first furniture pieces I actually had when I moved into this house, and I really love it, but I didn't have any sort of visual reference, like I didn't have a visual in my mind on how I wanted this space to look. It wasn't until I was in a Dollar Tree. I talked about this in the Dollar Tree haul video. I'll link it down below. And it just like, the idea came out of nowhere. I was like, I'm just gonna do the whole thing in all white with, you know, pops of green. And that's exactly what I'm doing. So you can see here that the first shelf is actually already done because I mocked it up for the video. And I actually really liked how it turned out, so I'm not touching any of it. But a lot of those first pieces, like the bowls, the mugs that you see, are from Dollar Tree. So I'm taking everything else out. There are some really cute teapots that you saw. I love those, but I'm gonna display them, I think, in my butler's pantry area. So that's where those are gonna get moved. And I'm gonna focus on doing the white and green bit inside of this pie safe. And the reason for that is because the doors have the chicken wire and you can see through it. And I just really wanted the space to look decorated, but also look really clean. So I was trying to focus on maintaining my decor style, I guess, if you will. And I'm also adding wicker baskets because those are another element that I really love. I love the color of different shades of brown. So, and I also think that the baskets being on the bottom really balances out that shelf that's sitting on top of the pie safe. So I thought that worked out really well. And just adding some, you know, some little touches, just trying to figure things out and getting that in there. And here's the before and after again. So this is the before. You can definitely see all the black. And here's the after. Now, some parts still look dark, but that's just because they were still wet. They were saturated the most. And again, I was just way too eager. I couldn't wait any longer. So there's that. And now I'm rolling out the rug. This rug is absolutely beautiful. And oddly enough, I didn't know if I was gonna do this rug or not. So this was me in the process of putting it down, putting the table on there and seeing how I liked it. And then afterwards, I just thought to myself, how could I have not done a rug to begin with? I talk about that as well towards the end of the video on just like my inspiration and all that stuff, but it is from Amazon and I'll link everything that I can down below for you guys. And this piece here, I absolutely love this piece. It's also a testament to how many times I've told you guys that I'm always so shocked and surprised by how moving decor around can just completely change a space. Like that piece that's in the center of the table was on my island. And it just looks so much better on the table. And it's just crazy how a different space can elevate an item that just didn't look as elevated before, if that makes sense. You saw there before that I took down the Farmhouse sign. I thought that it just didn't make sense anymore, so I got rid of it. And because I took down that chalkboard with the wreath, I knew I needed something eye level with green, so that's why you see me adding this tree on top of the stool. Now we're working on this little corner, and this little corner I actually wasn't really too sure of. I just kind of threw this together. So that box is from Hobby Lobby. I had these two like boxwood plants just stashed away, and I decided I would just kind of see what they look like here. And then I added this metal calendar, and I actually really love how it turned out. Originally, this was not my original design. I was gonna have a cake, like a cake stand with a wooden bottom, a glass top, and I was gonna have like a plain white faux cake on the inside. And I hadn't ordered it from Amazon, that's where I found them. And I was eager to put this video up, so I was like, you know what, let me just try this, and I actually really love it, so I don't think I'm gonna do the cake and the faux cake thing. So I really love how it turned out, and I actually really love that metal calendar. I haven't used it since the last house, And I really like the metal materials as well. You'll see that throughout my style. That's another feature that I use, like woods, ceramics, metals. And then, you know, just kind of finishing some touches on different areas of the kitchen. You can see that I removed the chicken, or the what is it called? That bird cage, that metal bird cage, and the rooster bit. I talk about that in the end as well, so you'll see why I did that. And then the area by the sink. This was the biggest transformation for me because I had a lot going on before. I had the topiaries, I had the lamps, I just had all kinds of things, and it just wasn't working for me anymore, even though I love the lamps so much. But I can't stand the look of wires, so I got rid of it. I did some simple tulips, and then I'm just simply putting some sunflowers on the center, but I'm also going to be changing this really soon. And that's going to be the end of the first part. Then we're going to go into part 2, and then there's going to be a part 3, so stay tuned. Let's start off with this side of the kitchen, and I'll kind of walk you guys through, you know, what I was thinking from the decorating perspective. So you can see that I moved the toaster from this side to that side, and I completely removed the coffee maker because that is going to go into the butler's pantry. So that's going to be the next space that you guys will see an update to, and it should be next week, so it should happen fairly quickly. And then we will move on to the craft room for any of those of you who are wondering when that space is coming up. So I actually really love how this space turned out. I didn't change too much, but I think enough that this, in my opinion, looks a lot better. But I definitely want your guys' feedback, just because sometimes I do get in my head with decorating. So let me know what you guys think of the before and after. But what I did in this corner was I just took this canister that says utensils. I love the bright white. And then I added some rolling pins. I do have another one coming in. This is from Amazon, by the way. And I have another one from Amazon coming in. It has like different flower patterns on it, but I don't know if it's going to make it in time before this video goes up. If it does, I'll insert a clip. If not, I will take a picture and put it on my Instagram so that you can see what another rolling pin kind of looks like in here. But that's what I was going for. I just kind of wanted to have a mixture of different kinds. These I think I picked up from TJ Maxx, and then I picked up this from Hobby Lobby this morning. I just thought that something was missing in this space, and I really think that adding this wood breaks up a lot of the white going on in the backsplash. So that's what I wanted to do there. Above the microwave, we have a simple boxwood wreath. This has also been here for a while now, and I didn't want to make any changes to it. I love where it's at. Whenever I come across like holidays and stuff, I do decorate this wreath. So in case you're interested and you kind of want to see, you know, how I do that, I did it for Christmas. The next holiday from where I'm filming right now that I'm going to decorate for is going to be 4th of July. So we will add, you know, something cute to the boxwood wreath. Got the toaster, and then these wooden salt and pepper canisters. So these I also got from Amazon, by the way. See, it says P for pepper and then S for salt. Super cute. One of the things when I decided to kind of give this space a makeover was this back countertop. Obviously, it's the longest space. I have the most cabinets here. And what was happening before, I just felt it just didn't feel right. I had to change it. And I still feel like we're not done with the kitchen. I'll talk about that in a minute, but let me just walk you guys through this section here. So I ended up removing that brown cake stand and the brown pitcher. I'm gonna do something else with that. And I put in this white like bowl on a pedestal. I got this from Tuesday Morning, I think. And then this is also from Tuesday Morning. And I actually didn't mean for this combination to happen. I think that I just ended up like placing it in there because I was storing a bunch of the decor on the kitchen table, and then I just ended up really liking it. I mean, white, the wicker, and then the green. It's just, again, very much me. And then this section you saw was already here, was already existing, and I really liked where I was going with it. I love adding like shelving detail. It's just really pretty. And then this, by adding this shelf like this, it just kind of gave me a higher surface to work with decor instead of like putting everything just flat on the granite. So I really like working with different heights and things like that, and I think it just adds a layering look that just makes it look really cozy. So in case you're wondering, this is from Hobby Lobby. All of my green is basically from Hobby Lobby. Obviously I just said that was Tuesday morning. And this gorgeous battery powered LED strand is from Dollar Tree, and I absolutely love it. So we've got the Home Sweet Home sign, also Hobby Lobby, and then this white plaque, which is also from Hobby Lobby. And you saw that I removed the little bird cage and then the rooster thing. I just felt like it was kind of fighting against my style in a way. I just didn't feel like it was seamless and fluid. So I removed the two pieces, and I think it's just right. But again, comment down below and let me know what you think. And then over here, this is probably one of the biggest transformations, was what I had going on around this window. I had those two tall topiaries, I had the lamps, and I actually really love the lamps. They gave such a gorgeous, cozy glow at night, and I was obsessed with them, but I'm not a fan of seeing wires. It just like bothers me so much. So I decided to just kind of scrap everything around this window, and you can see how simple I made it by adding this wicker basket that I picked up this morning from Hobby Lobby, and then adding these white tulips. So these tulips are actually from Amazon, because I knew when I wanted to do flowers in here, I knew immediately I wanted them to be tulips. However, at Hobby Lobby, their tulips are more open, and I wanted them to just kind of be like the first bloom baby tulips, I guess you could say. And I just couldn't find them anywhere, and I, trusty Amazon. And so I got this whole bunch. I don't remember how much I got it for, but I'll link them down below in case you're interested. And they had other color options as well. I think they had orange and purple, but you know me, for my style, I decided to go with white. And I really love how you can also see the green. The other thing that I contemplated was taking this down, and honestly, I still might. I just don't think that it's doing anything for the space. Now, you're probably gonna comment about curtains, and that's where I was headed to next, is that I definitely feel like this space could use curtains. I just don't think this window will get them. It's not the easiest space for me to decorate. I feel like a living room, a library, that all came very naturally and a little bit easier to me, but kitchens are harder for me for sure. So this rug right here, I also got from Amazon, but I've had it for a while. And that's when I decided that maybe I needed the matching one for the kitchen table. So, and as soon as I put this down, I realized how much this rug honestly gave this space a cozier vibe and a huge facelift. I just think that the rug really fits perfectly in here. I went through so many different Instagram accounts, just kind of drawing inspiration and stuff like that. And I actually saw a mixture of, some people had rugs in their kitchen and some people didn't. And I actually was like, oh, maybe I don't need a rug, but I had already ordered it, and so I wanted to go ahead and lay it down and see how I felt. And I think that in this instance, with my decor being so simple and I don't have, a lot of colors going on, I think adding the rug really gave it some more depth, which I think this kitchen was seriously lacking. So absolutely love this rug. Yeah, but it is from Amazon. You can see that it has that, it's like an Orion rug. So the other thing that is different is that this piece right here used to be on the kitchen island, but the reason why I decided to move it was because after just kind of, again, living in the space, and my daughter sits here all the time, like when she's home, she'll do her college work, and that piece was just honestly taking up a huge amount of space. Being on the kitchen table is absolutely beautiful, just the way that the white and the green break up this dark wood top. And this is basically like floral stems. There's the floral foam, and this is just a white wicker basket, and then I have it on top of a white like cake stand type deal. And then over here, one of the biggest things and why I wanted to do this kitchen makeover was that chalkboard with the wreath. I just did not like it, but when I took it down, I was just like, oh, there's something about this space right here that I feel like needs something, but I couldn't figure out what it was until I realized, you know what? Why don't I put like a tall tree on a pedestal? And I think it works because then we get some green kind of at eye level, and it just kind of fills this void going on right here. And then we have it in this, like, it looks like a real ceramic pot, but it's not. It's plastic. And pretty inexpensive. It was about like $3 at Hobby Lobby. And then this is also from Hobby Lobby as well. I think it looks absolutely perfect. And then over on this wall, I had that Farmhouse sign, and I didn't like that either. I feel like I put it up, I was going towards a certain direction, but I thought that the sign just took up way too much space on this wall, and it just looked odd. After putting in the rug, I knew instantly, this was when I realized curtains would make this space look so incredibly cozy, but it is gonna take me a minute to get that task completed. And the reason why is because this wall right here is curved, and they don't really make curved curtain rods. If they do, comment down below and let me know, please, because I have searched high and low. And from what I've discovered is people do a hack where they use like the pipes from like Lowe's or Home Depot, and that's how they kind of like get this curved thing, because then they add these like connectors, and I don't know. So I'm probably gonna have to DIY this, but if you have any suggestions, please let me know. This one will be super easy to do, like wham bam, thank you ma'am, okay? But it's this curved wall that, yeah, so anyways, if you have any suggestions, let me know. But I definitely want curtains, and it's gonna be really simple, and they're gonna be white. But I removed all of that stuff and then just focused on making this as green as possible because I absolutely love that. So all I did to this tier tray was I added this little pot. So this one's new, and it's from Hobby Lobby. And then I just have some like little bushings and things, and you know, just very green. Here is another shelf. You can see that I just have it laying up against the wall. That is from Hobby Lobby, and that's from Hobby Lobby. Listen, my whole entire house is Hobby Lobby. They should honestly sponsor me. And then I just put this here randomly. I don't know if I like it or not. It's probably gonna end up moving to my butler's pantry, because that's gonna be like the coffee station, all of that. And then I have this little makeshift cake container. I wanna buy some like faux muffins or something from Amazon and put them in here, but I haven't, just haven't gotten that done yet. And then the best part, in my opinion, is the makeover of this pie safe, because you saw what it was like before. There was just a lot of chaos in here. There were a lot of colors going on, and it just looked like a storage unit rather than a nice place to kind of hold, you know, dinnerware and things. So this is how it ended up turning out. These are all from Dollar Tree, and this is why I was so excited in that Dollar Tree haul, because I knew how great these pieces would look in here. And yeah, so if you watched all of my hauls, then you'll know where I got all of these things. They're in those videos. And this is from Dollar General. How cute is that? The best way to decorate this would be to go for my natural colors. I think that it looks obviously a lot cleaner. It looks intentional. It doesn't look like a storage unit. and it just elevated the piece and makes this pie safe look really lovely.